A very good afternoon and welcome to UBC Lunchtime News with me, Moureen Babirye, on the 7th of March 2026. These are our details. A section of new NRM MPs have called upon their party national chairman, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, to intervene in the matter of endorsement of the current speaker and her deputy to return to their offices in the 12th Parliament. The group led by Honorable Yoke Odira Alioni have also called on the NRM Secretariat to cancel the endorsement, arguing that every party member should be given an equal opportunity to contest in the forthcoming parliamentary speakership race.
We are requesting SEC to withdraw that declaration. It is very unconstitutional, and the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda clearly provides for various objectives. Number one, we have got the democratic principles. The democratic principles provided by the Constitution are very clear that the states shall be based on the principles that are democratic. Therefore, the Constitution provides for all citizens to be encouraged to contest or vie for positions at all levels for governance. I think it's authentic until the president calls us for that NRM caucus. How do you make a declaration without consulting us, the NEC members? You want to do declaration, you want to impose somebody on us, and then you call us for a caucus. What does that mean?
In more news, Alliance Française is moving to lower the cost of learning French, especially in upcountry districts. The initiative aims to make the language more accessible, reduce training costs, and promote the use of French across the country. At the same event, French language teachers appealed to the government to consider introducing additional language combinations for A-level students, a move which will help strengthen the study of foreign languages in the country. We have a report.
Geographe Français is a motivation and event which is organized every year by Alliance Française Kampala in partnership with the French Embassy and also France Education Internationale, which award the student the certificate. This event basically awards the best performer in the year concluded, that is 2025 examination season. We had 2 sessions of exams in June and then November. The students performed very well, and so we selected the best, and we are going to have 23 best performers. Okay, we will get tablets, dictionaries, T-shirts. We have very many goodies we are giving them.
Do wish that the government comes in to assist the teaching of these foreign languages because they are very important. They connect us to other people. As French, for example, we have neighboring Rwanda, Congo, Burundi, and we want to live with them in harmony. First of all, they are in East Africa, and the French language is also now is taken as an official language for East Africa, although the majority of the people do not know it. So this business of giving 3 principles at A level, which is limiting of languages, I think it should be revised.
Thank you so much for that report. Now, Makerere University has unveiled a new integrated electronic pre-award grants management system aimed at strengthening research administration. The digital platform will allow researchers to identify funding opportunities, prepare proposals, and submit grant applications through a centralized online system. University officials said the innovation will streamline processes, improve efficiency, and boost the institution's ability to attract researching funding.
So, Muchara,
Yes, Daddy.
you know the children are going back to school and things are a bit tight. Huh? For now, why don't you take half of the fees to junior school, and for the school van contribution, we shall pay later. Huh?
Daddy, why don't we pay using MTN Momo, where we stand a chance of winning school fees for a whole year and more? By the way, you can also apply for a school fees loan, and also participating schools can win a school van.
That's right! Win school fees for a whole year and more. Get Momo goodies and a school van for participating schools. You can also apply for a school fees loan. Simply dial *165 *80# or use the Momo app.
Welcome back, and apologies for that technicality, but still relatedly, the administrative officer at the Joint Services Headquarters, Brigadier General Hassan Chimboa, has urged Senior 1 students across the country to remain focused on their studies. He was at Bombo Army Secondary School in Luwere District, where he represented the Major General, Dr. Joseph Lucky Chigega.
The newly appointed Makerere University 92nd Electoral Commission has rolled out a detailed roadmap for the guild elections scheduled to climax with voting on 9th April 2026. According to the electoral roadmap released by the Commission, the electoral process officially commenced on March 6th with a call for nominations for various leadership positions across the guild and the Guild Representative Council.
The role of the EC Major is to act neutral, conduct free and fair elections amongst the students of the university, and the roadmap has been out, so it is going to guide us on how our election is going to flow.
The nomination exercise is scheduled to run until March 10th, allowing eligible students to express interest in leadership roles within the student government. Following the nomination stage, the Electoral Commission will verify the academic standing of aspiring candidates while also conducting sensitization activities in different colleges and campuses to guide students on the electoral process.
After we shall have the publication of the duly nominated candidates on 25th of March, which will be our Wednesday. Then after that, we shall have our virtual campaigns and debates for the Guild and VRC.
These engagements are expected to run between March 11th and March 23rd and will cover several academic units at Makerere University main campus as well as Jinja campus. The Commission will on March 25th publish the list of duly nominated candidates and simultaneously display the voters' register to allow students confirm their eligibility to participate in the elections.
This is your right as students. You're required to select these leaders to guide us, to lead us. So I call upon everyone, I call upon every stakeholder to take part, to vote.
What we really expect from you, dear students, and the general public, we really want that peaceful atmosphere for these candidates. We don't need any kind of demonstration. We need your cooperation as students to see to it that we end this process in a peaceful way.
Campaign activities and debates will largely be conducted virtually as part of the measures to streamline participation and ensure broad engagement across the university community. The campaign period will run from March 26th to April 2nd and will feature several structured engagements, including candidate briefings, online discussions on X Spaces, televised guild debates, college debates, and 2 major physical guild debates. The chairperson of the 92nd Electoral Commission, Owomjisha Moureen, has encouraged students to actively participate in this process, emphasizing that the election will largely be conducted online in accordance with guidelines issued by the Dean of Students and the Electoral Commission. Students have also been urged to observe campaign regulations and embrace the digital voting system to ensure a transparent and credible election process. Wadulo Arnold Mark, Proceed Chontawaire for UBC News at Makerere University.
Apologies, our dear viewer, that was Makerere set to elect a new cabinet, a set of leaders who will run student affairs in the next academic year. But now on patriotism, the administrative officer at the Joint Services Headquarters, Brigadier General Hassan Chimboa, has urged Senior 1 students across the country to remain focused on their studies. He was at Bombo Army Secondary School in Luwero District, where he represented the Major General Dr. Joseph Lucky Chidega.
The lessons we learned that for you to be a good patriot, you have to be disciplined, hardworking, and always a caring patriot. Can you clap for all the patriots? Asante sana!
Come to school, get the knowledge you have come to get, go home, become like us. When I was starting, I said, make sure when you leave the school, you get a job where you are representing a country, you are holding the country's future. You are the generation which is supposed to keep us going as a country, keep Uganda moving.
I pray that God gives you clarity in life, so that from Senior 1, you know exactly what you want. And I pray that God gives you wisdom to enable you make strategic decisions and choices so that you have.
So we must keep that love. We should love our country, whether we have problems or not, because we are all Ugandans.
When you're home, you should be obedient to your parents. Help the parents with homework, with housework, take care of your young brothers and sisters. You should be respectful. You should love each other. You should be willing to share, especially when you're in class. Don't be very selfish. Help the weak students in class. Be there for each other, your senior ones, and you're beginning the journey.
Now, you students of S1, you are in your time of studying. Are you getting me? Don't look here, don't look there, because your time now is studying. Are you getting me? Whenever you remember time, remember that everything has its own time. Don't go to disco, because this is not time for disco. Don't go to smoke banji, because this is not time for smoking banji. Don't go and indulge in other things which are not in line with your time.
What a wonderful day.
A delegation of pastors from Kenya is in Uganda for the 7 days of prophetic invasions, targeting to bring together believers for prayer, worship, and prophetic ministry. Led by Reverend Lucy Natasha, the pastors have called on Ugandans and all believers to take part in the conference.
Leaders will find dialogue, and we are praying for an end even to this war, that a solution will be found. We are praying that peace will prevail. And even over the nation of Uganda, we are praying that unity, that God will give our father Yoweri Museveni the grace to continue uniting this nation. And let's continue to pray for this nation, the leadership of this nation, and we'll be having special prayers for the nation of Uganda. So wherever you are, it doesn't matter the denomination you are coming from, I want to take this special opportunity to invite you for this life-changing conference. I came as a messenger with a message.
Miracles are going to take place. Sick people are going to be healed. Deliverance. So tell a friend to tell a friend that Dr. Lucy Natasha is in Oracle.
We continue to pray for peace and for a united East Africa, a united Africa, and a united world.
In more news, Muslims in Busia appreciated the NRM National Treasurer Ambassador Barbara Nekesa for inviting them to her house for an iftar dinner. We have a report.
Nekirala kye twandibadde tusaba ennyo ennyo ffe ng'Abasiraamu, tusaba essomero nga lya nkolero, nga omuntu omwana yandiyagadde okusoma ebikwatagana n'ebyomukono ng'asobola okugenda n'abeera nga bamubangulwa.
kati mu kusaba kwange ng'omusiraamu mu kaseera kano ak'ekisiibo nsaba nti gavumenti ebenga erinawo enteekateeka y'abantu ba Eastern muwaso abantu b'e Busia naffe tumanye nti wano we tuli mu kukolera oba wano we tugenda okufunira mu gavumenti eno mu myaka gino 5 gye bamaze okulonda.
Esikanda Semubunyala, Hulwa Secretariat, and the Hulwa President wefe, Nosa Omusima Kwaye, Eidi Bandu Bebusia. No way am a Kwaye, Bebachokongera, Ebio, Bimasinziraho Widola, Uchokongero Bitamu Manesi.
Now, dear viewer, in our earlier story, Makerere University has unveiled a new integrated electronic pre-award grants management system aimed at strengthening research administration. The digital platform will allow researchers to identify funding opportunities, prepare proposals, and submit grant applications through a centralized online system. University officials say the innovation will streamline processes, improve efficiency, and boost the institution's ability to attract research funding.
In research university in the region, Makerere University continues to expand its research portfolio and to strengthen its engagement with global partners. And so in such a dynamic research environment, effective grants management systems are not simple administrative tools. They are critical enablers of high quality research innovation and academic excellence.
Been managing it in kind of silos because each unit has been having their own systems, their own ways, but now we are going to be able to streamline the entire process so that we can even identify the gaps for capacity building through data-based decision making, because it's electronic, and so a lot of materials, a lot of information is going to be captured there. It offers support at different levels. Support in budgeting, support in content development. That's the technical report. We provide that and encourage our PIs, our researchers to seek peer review opportunities, because of course we wouldn't want the funder to be the first one to read our applications. You know, we want them to compete favorably with others. Because another thing is that our staff are at different levels. For example, professors. To be a professor, you must have applied for a number of grants, and written publications. But there are those who are just coming in and they have not had any introduction to that. So we are there to support. We are not saying everyone must.
Now, sugarcane farmers in Namaingo district are grappling with a growing crisis as more than 2,525 acres of mature cane remain unharvested following delays in clearing the CN Sugar Factory to begin operations. Speaking during a press briefing at Merona Hotel in Jinja, the chairperson of sugarcane outgrowers at the CN Sugar Factory in Namaingo, Isabirye Twaliki, said farmers who invested heavily in planting cane in anticipation of the factory's opening are now facing serious economic uncertainty. We have a report.
Ebikaado bingi mu kiseera kino kuva factory yazimbirwa mu kitundu ekyo ayo obuzibu twafunamu nti ebikaado we byabula ekyuma kyabanga tekiri kulyaki ebikaado ati bakyemereza kyokka mu kwemereza ekyuma kino kikosiiza abalimi baife nti kubanga ebikaado tubitwala ku factory edivire nga Mayuge ni Bugiri ayo okuva ewaife okujja ebugiri batula ku esente Kamaala.
Ever since the license of CN was nullified, we have got a lot of challenges. First of all, we acquired some money from banks as loans. At the moment, banks are on our necks. Loans have accumulated. We have nowhere to get money to take to the banks. Just because when the factory came, it gave us an aid. When you have aided sugarcane, you cannot sell sugarcane anywhere. Right now, we just call upon the government to look into our price.
Why are we here? Why have we sat? Because there are some challenges and problems through the sugarcane industry. Some of them, among the few, they are the CN factory, which is being stopped to get a license, to be licensed. But with the leaders of Soga sub-region, we have decided and support the idea that let CN get a license for the good of the competition. When there's no competition in this world, you can't achieve what you want. Secondly, we talked about the reduction of the 5%. Why the order, the instruction was from the mouth of His Excellency the President of Uganda. 5% was already kicked off and kicked away of the President. About when we talked about the price, real price, we have a maximum price of 125 as a maximum price for the sugarcane, the price, a constant price. We can take a year when we are planning for the sugar.
In another development, stakeholders in the carrier sector have raised alarm over the growing number of unlicensed carrier business operators in the country. Industry players say more than 60% of carrier companies are operating without registration, creating unfair competition for licensed companies that comply with regulatory requirements. The concerns were raised during the Annual Postal and Carrier Engagement Forum held under the theme Harmonizing the Supply Chain Ecosystem for Resilient Logistics.
And you find when there is any problem with those consignments, they have no place to go to. They have no redress. So we're calling upon all the organizations, companies, and even private institutions to use registered courier companies to be able to move their consignments across Uganda and across the globe as well. To the regulator is supposed to ensure that we have a regulated market where they are unregulated. For example, people giving items to taxis to move to various destinations. People are not being handled well when they go to send the items. Items are getting lost, and many Ugandans are suffering because of that unregulated market. So we call upon the UCC to come strongly to make sure that the industry is well regulated and the market is efficiently managed.
What impact does this have?
But obviously, our appeal in this day and era to the postal and courier subsector is that embrace technology. Technology is just an enabler. Even education uses technology, farming is using technology. So postal and courier service should embrace technology to enhance their business. And some have done that, and indeed all this is improving on their business.
Tumanyika juwana mchirini Wachimani tuduka mufinini Filimi na sigaza kinini Banyiga bafuka Timimi Sena baneta
Tony Magomu Yawangu the school fees
Mwaka Mulamba
1 year of school fees. What is the school?
Viva College School.
When I received the call, it took me a moment to believe the story. I said I could wait until today.
Yes.
When I received the second call is when I believed. But I think I was lucky.
Oh.
Sure.
Can we talk to the student? How do you feel? Only not here.
Yeah, I feel blessed.
Star 165 star 80 hash is the magic code. Enter the student's number. So start right now. And you could be a winner.
Welcome back from the break, and now in our business news, women in Gotngu village in Noya district are set to get relieved of the burden of searching for firewood as Manduli's Energy Limited rolls out a pilot project of portable battery-powered pressure cookers. The innovation uses rechargeable batteries instead of conventional electricity for firewood, making it suitable for rural households. We have a report.
For years, residents in the Acholi sub-region have appealed to government to provide an alternative sources of energy to reduce dependence on charcoal and firewood. Now, Manduli Energy Limited says its portable pressure cooker innovation is a response to those long-standing concerns.
This one is works with the DC power. Others, they are working with the AC. So, here, we are going to distribute to the community for now, but how it is working, you better connect with your DC battery.
The introductions of portable pressure cooker in northern Uganda is also expected to protect environment by reducing deforestation. Health experts noted that prolonged exposure to smoke from firewood has contributed to respiratory illness among women and children.
This one will offer when the children are hungry and the husband is angry, he will come and handle things very fast. The man will not quarrel, the children will not cry on you. So we will stay peaceful.
The Member of Parliament-elect for Noya County, Dennis Geoffrey Opio, says the innovation will ease pressure on forest resources and give leaders an opportunity to enforce policies aimed at restoring depleted forest cover.
Private entities or individuals who are venturing into green energy or renewable energy, it should be given support so that they can be in position to double their level of production, so that communities can get some of these innovations.
Meanwhile, Johnson Kejekianyero, the founders of Mandulis Energy Limited, an MP-elect for Lamore County, says the initiative is part of the private sector efforts to support the president's visions of rural electrification and socio-economic transformations.
Responsible people should have been more responsible by introducing this system of cooking first before clamping on people, stopping them from selling charcoal. People have been using firewood and charcoal from the time of Adam and Eve. Now, if you stop the charcoal, what is the alternative? The alternative is now here, but it's still in small scale.
Mandule Energies has already connected several households in Godmo village to electricity generated from rice husk, providing clean and affordable energy to the community.
Now, Vivo Energy Uganda recently hosted stakeholders from Uganda's passenger transport sector for a guided tour of its Kampala depot and tank farm, offering a behind-the-scenes look at the systems that safeguard fuel quality and reliability before products reach the market.
This engagement brought together leaders from the Federation of the Uganda Taxi Operators and representatives of the border community, media professionals and digital content creators. This tour forms part of the company's broader efforts to strengthen transparency around its operations and demonstrate the process that underpin the Shell brand's performance promise. Participants toured the two fuel depots, the LPG filling plant and the product quality laboratory, where they observed how fuels and lubricants are received, tested, stored and dispatched before distribution across the country.
We wanted to see the oil that we consume, how it is purified up to the time we use it. But we've discovered that we are misled. We are using some wrong oil in our motor vehicles.
So today we've demonstrated how we deal with our fuel and the quality and what we do to protect the quality. So they now understand that the fuel is not the same everywhere, number one. Number two, they've seen how we store and how we process gas as well. And they now understand how to tell bad fuel from good fuel. They understand how to tell good gas and where to buy it from. So we've taken through the whole process to give them comfort as consumers in terms of what we do.
The facility operates a multi-stage quality assurance process in which every batch of product undergoes sampling and laboratory testing before it is cleared for delivery to customers. Wadulo Arnold Mark for UBC News.
That's about all we had for you this afternoon. Thank you so much for watching. For more news updates, do join us at 8 and 10 p.m. in our subsequent news bulletins. My name is Moureen Babirye. Goodbye for now.